Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to the Wacky World Book Club. And tonight we'll be taking a look at The Unreasoning Mask from 1981 by Philip J. Farmer. That's right, I'm back to the Philip J. Farmer well. And this is a book that I actually, for some reason, was under the impression was a fantasy novel. It's not. It's actually a space-based novel. But it's not space opera. It's not swashbuckling and starship battles. It's often called the thinking man's version of the Star Trek episode The Doomsday Machine, which is kind of odd because I've always kind of thought of Star Trek as the thinking person's version of Star Trek. And this one tells a story of a curmudgeonly starship captain who, whilst on a diplomatic mission to an alien world, ends up stealing an egg-like artifact which may or may not be a god, and the situations he gets in because of this. And there's also a giant Unicron-esque sphere that's kind of floating through the galaxy, destroying any planet it comes across with sentient life. This is a really unique book, even as far as Farmer standards go. And he handles interstellar travel and the science behind everything really interestingly. Yeah, definitely a really good book. Now, there are two things I feel I should point out. The first being it gets very trippy and metaphysical in a couple of parts. It kind of makes me wonder if Farmer had written this one back in the 60s, if you know what I mean. And then there's the ending. Whereas it's a good ending, it is also a massive cliffhanger. But it's not one of those cliffhangers that's trying to set up another book, and it's not really so much open-ended as it is you know where it's going to go. You kind of know the point B. But it just kind of leaves you two options, two pathways of getting to point B. And you just kind of choose which of the two pathways you think it's going to be that leads you to part B. I don't mean that to sound like a detriment, even though I know some people, and generally I'm right there with you, do not like cliffhanger endings, but it was all right in this case. And this is a unique book, and if you're a fan of sci-fi, especially intelligent sci-fi set in outer space, but without your usual Star Wars-esque tropes, this is a good one to check out. And that's The Unreasoning Mask by Philip José Farmer. And that's all the time we have for this week. Please like, comment, subscribe, and keep it wacky.
Wow.